illegal, unconstitutional money, quote unquote, is being used, and not constitutional, real money, God's money, the Creator's money, whatever you want to say. It's here. It's the natural money. That's the problem. That's the biggest issue. That's how they're stealing all the wealth. That's how they're initiating these things, taxes, fees, fines, whatever. It's all theft. That's all it is, period. And without being in their system, they're unconstitutional, they're illegal. Their system of all they do is print, make more digits. It's just like making counterfeits. All they do is counterfeit all the time. Who's they? The ones that are doing this, the ones that are controlled, the ones that are on top. The banks, governments, whatever. Fill it out. Fill your blank out. That's who's doing it. That's who's doing it. And all the people go along with it, maybe they know or they don't know, but they're doing it too because without them, the few can't get it done. They need the order followers to do it. So that's all I'm talking about here. Now, let's just take a sidebar, little veer on that. And when I said God's money, the Creator's money, yeah, I meant that. I meant that the Creator of everything. That's it. So what do you got to think about that? Well, if you're in the team, or on the team, or in the thought of that, there's something called evolution, that we all came from nothing. This is the story of evolution. There was a big explosion, the Big Bang. It's a Big Bang theory. Like they say theory, so could it be conspiracy theory? Maybe. That's what I would call it anyways. So the Big Bang, there was nothing. Remember? There's setup. There's nothing. There's nothing. And I can't even comprehend what nothing means. But there's nothing. And then there's a Big Bang from nothing. So once a Big Bang came from nothing, and then it comes together and forms, and the eyeballs form, and the creatures form, and the humans form, and all this stuff just comes out and forms, and it self-heals itself if you get a cut, abrasion, whatever, that kind of stuff. That all happened accidentally from this Big Bang that came out of nothing, along with everything else. And then at the end, they say, at the end of this thing, it's going to run, then everything's going to go back to nothing. So we got a Big Bang coming from nothing. All this stuff, this crazy, amazing life stuff, and then at the end, it's all going to go back to nothing. That's the theory. Evolution. Look into it. It doesn't make sense at all. So anyways, I'm sticking with the Creator. So I'm saying they can't charge taxes to you if you're not in their system. If you're not in their unconstitutional money system, they can't take from you. They can't even take from you in their system, but they have too many order followers that'll put you in jail for the rest of your life. Irwin Schiff comes to mind. Peter Schiff's dad, and others. There's so many. But anyways, now I'm thinking, if the only real money there is now, that we have right now, that is in the Constitution and in the Bible and other sorts, is gold and silver. That's it. That's the only real money. The only real value. The only real value for barter and trade economy is something with value, money, which is gold and silver. That's it. That's it. It's in our Constitution. Period. That's it. But the banks and the guys on top, the people on top, are the ones that are buying and purchasing all of the gold that they can, the physical gold that they can, and the mining rights for the silver and gold and everything else, and the access to stuff and the land, that kind of stuff. They call it public land. Yeah, go try to go on some public land. See what happens. No, it's called public land because they took from you, they called it taxes, and with that money, or that they took from you, they purchased these lands and called them public. So they and their cronies and anyone that they give permission to can go on it or use it or do whatever But you can't. The public can't. Nope. It's off limits. But it's public. So anyways, I made a video like that before. So anyway, so we got gold and silver, the only real money. The only real money that should be used for anything. And that's the only real money that is being hoarded, if you want to say that, like a lot of these people like to say, and gobbled up by the central banks. Your central banks. The BIS, Bank of International Settlements, Bank of International Settlements, the central bank of central banks. They're above the Federal Reserve and the Bank of England, that kind of stuff. They're the ones in China, Russia, I mean, put a name there, are the ones that are buying as much physical gold as they can. Why? Well, because that's been the standard, been money, been the monetary policy, been used for everything and for thousands of years. So as they're taking all that and they're gobbling it up, they're making people believe, they're tricking people, propagandize people to say, well, hey, if you have these stocks in your portfolio and these investments in your portfolio and these bonds in your portfolio, you're fine because it says here you have $800,000 in your 401k, IRA, pension, whatever. It says, so it must be okay. Or in your bank account, it says that's what you have. You can't hold it, but you can look at it. The digits, they're on the screen, or you can call somebody who will tell you that's what's in there under your name, but it's not real. Yes, you can do some stuff with it to a point, but once the crash happens, or once the full confiscation happens, whatever you want to call it, the only ones that are going to matter are the real things, the real assets, stuff that have real value and real use. Digits and paper, fiat currency, has no real use. Period. It's like this. Period. Nothing else to be said about that. So on that same note, they're gobbling up the land, like I said, and I guess the guns and ammo and tanks and all the war machines that they're going to need, at least in their mind, to control. So a few thousand can control billions of people. They need that. Then they need their order followers. That's what they're doing. So what can you do? What can you do? What should you do? I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I've done, what we're doing, or what I think, and this is what I think. I think gold and silver, absolutely, no mistake. I feel that is so much of an investment to make. Real physical gold and silver. Land. I mean, land is huge. Guns and ammo, always. Guns, get guns, but get enough ammo for those guns. Food, so gardening, maybe a couple gardens, maybe more. Plants, storable foods, 20-year, 30-year, 40-year storable foods. Seeds, good quality seeds, not the Monsanto kind of crap. Real natural seeds. Water access. Drill a well if you're able to. If not, find a great source of water, and or move to where you are able to drill a well. If you find a good source of water, invest in some stuff to filter it. Maybe it's just stuff you got to filter it, a lot, many times. But you do that till you get stuff settled and you get stuff figured out. Acquire access, rent, buy land, whatever. Where you're able to hunt. Get a relationship with someone. Maybe you can go on their land to hunt, a couple weeks out of the year, whether it's for your deer, your big game, that kind of stuff, or it's just for, your small game stuff. Just get out there, figure it out. Get that access. Whether you know how to hunt or not, whether you own guns or not, or ammunition or not, doesn't matter. Get the access as you're still working on trying to get certified, your firearm certified, to learn about it and to purchase guns and ammo. We need portable generator. I really think that's a must. Portable generator. The size varies, what you want it for, what you need it for. The dual fuel is probably best in my opinion. It's quite a bit more. The dual fuel, it can run off of propane or gasoline or another natural gas or whatever. It's a dual fuel. They have different kinds of that. They're more expensive. But at the least, get a portable generator. A larger one. I mean, one that's big. You can move it around. It's heavy, but just in case. You never know. In that generator, you don't know. You don't know how important a generator is until you need it. If you don't have one and you need one, then you'll see how important it is. And well, that's something I should have invested in. On that note, we're down there. I was down there. I had a gentleman do some work on our property. He has big machines, that kind of stuff. Just fix some stuff around the pond and that. And when we went down there to pay him, he lives like 10 minutes from us or whatever, 15 minutes. Went down there to pay him for it. I'm talking to him. He's like, and I'm out there, and he's like, oh yeah, you know what? He's like, because I didn't know this, but there was a storm that went through there, not up on the mountain where we are, but there was a storm that went down by them, and he has a little generator running. He's like, yeah. He's like, you know what? He's like, I should have got a home generator, because he talked to me about that like a year or two before this, and because he saw ours, and he's like, yeah, I should get one of those sometime. I've been thinking about it for years. So that day, once he was gone, he'd been gone. I think he'd been out of power for 3 days now, and he has this little portable generator, and he was doing some stuff out in the yard, and he's like, yep, I should have bought one. He said, I know it's not cheap, and I have the money. I just sacrificed something else. I should have bought one. Because right now, he's like, you look pretty smart, and you have no idea how nice you have it, and how much we've been struggling. We're losing our food that we have in the freezer, all our meat, that kind of stuff from the cow they purchased, or the hunting stuff they've done, or all the fish they caught over the year. All that will go away. It won't last. So he had the portable generator there, and he had just taken it off of one freezer and put it on another freezer because he was rotating them. And that's when I went down there and caught him. And that's when he started talking about that. He's, yeah, I gotta move this to the other freezer now and get it going, because I ran it on the other one for X amount of hours, and now I run this one for X amount of hours because it's not big enough to run them both at the same time. So anyways, that's just a sidebar. So with all those other things let's talk about, also one of the very important things are to build your community. Build your community. I'm talking in your neighborhood. Get to know people. You might not like them all, but there's some that you're going to like. There's some that are going to be on the same page, like-minded, thinking individuals, and maybe they can do stuff you can't do, and you can do things that they can't do, and you guys can together work through bumps in the road, that kind of stuff. And with building your community, I'm not just talking the small stuff like that. Your neighbors, I'm talking about anyone, farmers, local farmers. Get to know a few of them. Order from them. Get to figure it out. It doesn't take much. But if you come at a time that you need to access those kinds of people to get those kinds of things, and you don't have a relationship with them, you've never contacted them, that's when it's sort of like the generator. Nothing's so important if you don't need it until the moment that you need it. And it's so important. I should have did that before I needed to have it, because then it's useless. It's out the door. It doesn't matter. It's too late. Just like the whole financial thing. If you don't prepare for stuff, by the time it's here, it's too late. Just like health. If you don't prepare for yourself, by the time it's here, it's too late. If you don't worry about your health and work towards your health, when you're healthy, come a time when you're sick, you can have no choice but to work on your getting healthy. That's it. Same sort of sentiment. So anyways, that's all I had to say. I know it was a little jumbled, but thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, that kind of stuff. And as always, stay vigilant. So.